chat that you don't have it.
It's too late. No, no, it's the marathon. We gotta do it. Wait, I had to download the DLC now. I'm on HD. It's gonna take like 20 minutes.
Well,
Just make sure you don't accidentally show your like debit card information or whatever.
Hello everyone.
You don't need
I
to
hope English won because I don't have the DLC. Actually, don't we have? Isn't Bilo the one who has audio?
Yeah, I'm the one that has audio. But they can hear you.
Okay, I'm chilling. Yeah, they can hear us now. Well, hello everyone. This is B2 New Game True End on PS4 Pro and PS5. For those who have watched the previous marathon, you guys know the drill already. For those who have never watched a B2 New Game run, get ready for a lot of RNG memes and like the runners having to like improvise on the fly to see how to deal with the things that the game will throw at us, including party wipes in one attack, crashes, bad encounter rates, bad quest RNG, bad item pickups, bad credit rolls, and so on. So yeah, Bilo's updating his console. I'm ready to go now.
I guess we're not doing the DLC, huh?
Imagine base PS4 still requiring updates to this very day.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's PS4 Pro. My bad.
As for version differences, PS5 is the fastest, but it's also the one that crashes the most. PC is really bad. Switch is also really bad speedrun wise because they lag a lot and they're really slow on loads. PS4 Pro is probably like the middle point between base PS4 and PS5, and it's probably the best for consistency because it doesn't crash as often as PS5 does. There's a bunch of crashes that so far have been proved to be PS5 only because they don't happen on PS4, so hopefully I won't get any of them back. Can't promise much.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I'm literally
the PS5
has
been very infamous so far with Player 2 Park and Mario Land, same dungeon type, being known to have a bunch of crashes, but PS5 only. To our knowledge, me personally as a Blonde Isle grinder put over 2,200 attempts into Blonde Isle for PS4, and we did not crash on Player 2 Park a single time. So that's what leads me to believe that if you crash 5 times in like 2 hours on PS5, then it might be PS5 exclusive.
Just letting the opening play out.
And just for the runners, you already know Bilo from this marathon because he did the OG trilogy.
I'm dead!
Not through end. And as for me, if you watch any of the previous marathon, you know me as Aaron. I changed my name to Akaazukin for this year. So yeah, I'm the B2 guy that doesn't really play B2 anymore. But I still join every race for the marathon, so yeah. On the commentary we have Endeavor, another B2 enjoyer.
Definitely a V2 enjoyer.
Air quotes and enjoyer.
Well, to the extent that you can enjoy playing this game, or speedrunning this game.
It's not a marathon if you don't do it, Aaron.
This game is very infamous for its just horrendous RNG. There's literally nothing, there's nowhere you are safe. At least for the first half hour, every overworld encounter can kill you if they want to. Especially during our warp back to the hyperdimension. So hopefully nothing very bad out of the ordinary will happen to any of our runners today. But it's V2. It's going to happen to one of them. But which one will the game pick today? Get your guesses in the chat. Who's going to get the worst luck? Will it be Aaron, aka Akaazukin, or will it be Vilo?
Well, since I think we're both ready, then we feel free to do the countdown.
I can't get it, go away.
When y'all are ready, I'll do the countdown. Alright, I'll just wait till I see both y'all's cursors hovering over the top.
You did every option in the menu. Yeah, if you hold up and mash down on your D-pad. Oh no, my finger started. So sad. If you hold your stick in one direction and like mash the D-pad on the other one, you can make the options in the menu disappear, which doesn't really do anything because they still work because it's like a random graphical level. But yeah, I guess we start.
Alright, if everyone's hovered over a new game, will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meme!
Memes.
Good luck, Kilo.
Good luck
So-
to both of you.
Still, I mentioned the first part of the game, and arguably the worst one. At the start, we're gonna swap out Neptune and Neptunia, so Neptune's on slot 2, and we changed the formation for a couple of things. The first one is so we can run away turn 1 from encounter, or at least attempt to. The second one is because the position where we put slot number 2 is important for Blank Story. Because of Blank Story, if you play this game, you might remember that there's a Blank is by herself fighting 2 Fenrirs. And it's a difficult fight, and it also takes too long. But if you put the one of the party slots where we set slot number 2 and move Blank there, what will happen is that Blank will spawn on the fight where one of the Fenris is supposed to spawn. So instead of fighting 2 of the Fenris, the game will also spawn in 1 of them, which makes that fight a lot faster since we don't have a speed for that fight, and we basically have to spam combos to win. For Nameless Ruins, we grab 2 chests. One that has a 50-50
5
chance of giving you
SPs.
grasses, or 7, and then the second one, which Bilo just picked up, which is the SP Charger one, which is the actual important chest. It can give you either 4 or 5 SP Chargers, just a flat 50% chance. Both of us got 5, which is surprising because getting 4 seems to be more common, even though it's supposedly a 50-50. Here we get like the tutorial fight where Usume joins against 3 high metal guarders. In my case, I had bad luck because one of them defended. If one of them defends, you will not be able to kill them within 1 turn with a skill. So ideally, what you want to see is that all 3 robots attack one of your party members. That way they all die in 1 skill. And here we see the world map.
Ooh, the double encounter list on the way to base. And on the way to the first mini-boss. Good start for both players.
Yeah. So what you saw there is the world map. If you remember BGM's run earlier, he didn't have any encounters on the world map because that was a change made for Beat 1. However, in this game, there's a 15% chance on every dot to get an encounter. These encounters can actually cost a lot of time depending on the amount of mobs and how many attempts it takes you to run away. So far, we've been getting pretty lucky.
Yeah, both
I
runners
just
so far.
and got an encounter.
Yeah, both runners made it to base 2 without an encounter. But Aaron got the first encounter of the run.
Yeah.
Velo is still encounterless on the way back to Nameless 2. But yeah, each dot, to reiterate, is 15%. So, you know, expecting some encounterless every now and then is fair enough. But remember the 15% number when you see 3, 4, 5 encounters in a row as a possibility. That starts becoming more and more BS. This game is very infamous for
Being a piece of
pretending the
shit.
15% chance is a 75% chance.
Yep.
Might as well just be a coin flip at that moment. You'll
I
see
got
them
perfect
pick up
RNG
as
on all the
many-
drops.
You'll see that nice. You'll see them pick up a bunch of item boxes, especially for SP items. Needs lots of SP in the Zero Dimension, especially for Dark Purple 1, Ancient Dragon, R4-1, not Dark Purple 1, Ancient Dragon, R4-1, R4-2, R4-3.
You can see that both Vila and I are saving here because this dungeon has a couple of areas where the game can crash.
Yeah.
Which is the Coral Station. It also has a bunch of items that we're gonna pick up. As Endeavor said, we're gonna be picking up a lot of items early on because we want SP items. We want life frags because they are really expensive to buy and we're basically broke. So at the start of the game we'll be picking up most usable items so we don't have to spend as much money. Because there's a lot of fights in early game that require a lot of items. Given that they can be
Perfect
the
RNG
enemies
so
can
far.
spawn AoEs, or the enemies can one-shot party members of the band, and each life frag is like 500 credits or 1k credits, one of the two.
500.
Yeah. So we're gonna need a lot of hidden grasses for most segments, such as Ancient Dragon, R41, R43.
Worst credit RNG 699.
699. Yeah, this first credit chest can go as low as low 600s and go as high as about 11 to 1200. So getting a 600 range is really bad. Aaron got 900. He got in the center of the RNG. You'll be seeing quite a few credit chests. In this fight here, you cannot damage this fight. It's meant to be a tutorial on your formation skills, so you're not allowed to damage it until you use a formation skill on it first, and then you can hammer away at it. This second fight here is just skill, skill, skill. Eventually you run out of SP, so you'll want to untransform Uzume and then use a formation skill, but it looks like VIIR did not do that.
Yeah, I did do it because she was out of SP. So I wanted to play safe. For formation skill, everyone has to be in like the same state. They all have to be transformed, or they all have to be untransformed. You can mix them up.
Before Velo's first encounter, sorry for hopping in here. Before Velo's first encounter, which also was the same dot that your second encounter was, both of y'all combined only had one encounter back to base after Coral Station. That is insane for 34 dots. One encounter, 34 dots. But now we're at Aaron 2, Velo 1 encounter for Jingu. Jingu. This dungeon is avoid those paper airplane flying mofos because they have the range of bit enemies and they will not.
Perfect RNG on all drops so far.
They will not stop following you. If they lock onto you, they want a date. They will follow you. Aaron just got 1261 on that second credit chest.
I got the worst RNG possible on the find. So on this dungeon, we take a fight because we want enough EXP so that Neptune can get to level 14 before Ancient Dragon. And taking one encounter there will guarantee that happens. For the encounter I took, because Vila and I taking different encounters, for the Koitsu, which is the paper playing guy, you can get anywhere from 3 or 4 to 7 enemies, which is the one I got, which is the worst possible one.
I got the worst one too.
Since Nepgear didn't miss, it was not too bad, and now we go to Dark
My
Purple
Nepgear
one.
missed, you're cheating. Almost
Now
perfect
we go to
drop
Dark
RNG.
Purple one.
Minus
Yeah,
one life
super
RNG.
Me personally, whenever I see maximum enemies, I run and then try again.
No, I'll take the fight anyway. It's too slow to just run away and try again.
Alright,
Dark
here's where the
Purple
real
one?
fight begins.
Yeah.
This is where the real
fight
means
is-
begin.
This fight's a real coin flip. You either get it or you don't. She will guarantee an AoE on all three of your characters on the first turn because y'all are all three standing on the same platform.
Yeah.
So you heal and then do a skill with each character, and then she'll either attack
Bad damage rolls.
Uzume, or she'll AoE again. And after she gets to half health or less, she'll nuke. With nuke, in the way we describe it, is exactly what happened to Aaron there, where she kills even from full health if she wants to. Aaron unfortunately got a nuke right near the earliest possible time she can nuke. She was just slightly more than half.
She actually has like 2 VIIRs that she can do. One of them will do about 60% of your character's HP unless she high rolls or crits, which is a thing that happens, I guess. But the dangerous one is the second one, because that's the one that, like, unless she low rolls, it will one-shot your party. If she kills only one party member, you can actually salvage the fight. But
There's all
in
the
my case,
encounters.
she killed too, so yeah, I didn't really.
Here's all the
That was a
encounters.
normal AoE, but crit Neptune. That was a bad crit.
The second try, I'll take it, I guess.
And
So
what
now
Aaron
we-
did on that final turn was risky. He did not heal the character. If Miss Gear would have missed and she attacked the same character again, that character would have died. So it was kind of risky. Nepgear is very infamous for missing that fight because the only skill she can use against Dark Purple is a one-hit skill. So if you miss one hit, you miss the whole skill. And still pretty lucky.
The reason
Finally.
why YOLO'd at the end is because Nepgear actually hit her skill and she high rolled, which means that Usume killing with one skill.
Oh!
basically guaranteed.
Velo got a really high credit.
For this
roll.
dungeon, Lapsika, it's kind of scuffed because it has some very narrow places and some really big enemies that can body block you. So ideally, you manage to like dodge all of them, although sometimes it's not possible and you get like cornered by one of the big robots or the lizards. And the boss here can be either really fast. Oh, I got ambushed. Can like go by really fast or
we
like
both
really
got
slow,
ambushed.
depending on how many tribers, which is the formation skill that we have, your party misses.
I think y'all both got hit by the same.
We both got hit by the same one in the same spot.
Except Aaron was ambushed, which is slightly worse.
I know, I got
was me-
ambushed. Didn't I?
Oh, you did? Oh.
Yep.
But yeah, you don't want to lose SP here, or health here, if you used up a lot of grasses from Dark Purple 1, but if you still have quite a few grasses left from Dark Purple 1, it's not a big deal to get ambushed here. Thankfully, they both had a pretty good Dark Purple, so they have plenty of grasses to spare. But yeah, like Aaron mentioned, this boss fight can either be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. There's a chance of death here if you just miss all your skills and all your formation skills. I've had instances where I've missed a formation skill and Uzume and Nepgear missed so many times that I had to use 5 life fragments and reset my run because I just was not going to waste 5 life fragments on Gagamu.
My goodness gravy, dude!
Both of y'all are having a fantastic time.
I missed one of the drivers and I also got a bunch of laurels, so...
I was missing like literally everything.
I haven't been keeping up with encounters anymore, so I don't know what everybody's at.
I'm at
But
3.
both of y'all were encounterless on the way back to base, which is
I'm
crazy.
at 3 right now.
3 encounters for both of y'all going back to Hyperdimension.
Yeah. I got the worst possible RNG for this fight. This fight is kind of similar than the one I took on Sakura Park, where you can get from anywhere from like 4 to 7 enemies. And I got all 7 of them, so it wastes time because they are faster than most of your party members.
That fight leans more towards the high numbers more than the low. It's actually pretty rare to get the low. Now, Hyperdimension is very infamous for having the overworld encounters kick your butt, so we do not want to see an overworld encounter on the way to the Ancient Dragon. If we do, you can either waste some healing items to heal yourself or go back to base and heal for free. Aaron chose to go all the way to back to the Ancient Dragon. Velo also got an encounter on the way there,
Those
but he
3
chose
dots
to heal.
on
Oh,
the
he
way
got an
to-
encounter again. This is not good. At least it's a Dogu, but we do know if you have low health, Dogus are not safe enemies. They are very brutal in this game. They will kill you if you have low health.
You can actually tell what encounter you're gonna get from those 3 dots, because the dot that's closest to Planet 2 only has birds. The dot on the middle has a mix between Dogus and birds, and the dot that's closest to the first gen CPU Sanctuary has only Dogus.
And you can have between 1, 2, and 3 Dogus.
Yep.
That bunny is also a pain in the butt.
I always
because
look
it
at my
has,
mini map for that bunny.
bunnies and birds in it, and they're the same birds from the overworld encounter, so they will kick your butt.
Yeah, the good thing about those birds is that they only move on a straight line. They don't actually chase you, so you can just like do a quick strafe to the side, and you'll dodge them without any issue. Now, Ancient Dragon. This fight is, in
Ancient
theory,
fuck.
simple. In practice, it can meme you really hard. The idea behind this fight is super easy. If you have more than 1100 HP, use a skill. If you have less, heal. And that's basically it. However, he can pull out a really strong AoE that can do anywhere from like 700 damage if he like low rolls to like 1200 damage if he crits and high rolls. God,
Yeah,
you know.
after 7 years of this game, literally the other week ago, we got a new highest damage roll to be recorded, where he dealt 1201 damage in a crit to me. I had 1197 health. We never healed there. We never healed there, so I went to just give myself more HP or SP, thinking I was fine. But
Fuck
he gave,
off,
dealt
dude.
1201 damage.
He crit 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, 5 times in a row.
Yeah, he loves to crit.
Oh, it's fertile hours.
He loves to crit. Oh no. Uh oh. That's why I save. If if you failed to run there, that could have been it.
Nah, hand the SP for us. Go have killed one of the birds.
Oh, well, I'm dead.
Let's try again. Okay, now we're back to Zero Dimension.
Oh my fucking god. Ah!
Now we have a really annoying dungeon to traverse through. Because he's full of like narrow corridors and dangerous enemies.
Oh no.
Oh, he's getting bird tile.
He got all 3 birds, but he ran. If he failed to run, just like you, if you failed to run. Because
holy shit!
You're not guaranteed to run away. No matter how high level you are in this game, the game never gives you a 100% chance to run away. It's just how it works in this game. Running away requires some kind of stat. I'm pretty sure it's not the luck stat. It's some kind of hidden thing. But it's never.
It's black.
But it's never set to 100%. No matter, even if you're level 999 and you encounter a level 2 enemy, you're still not guaranteed to run away. So just imagine like if you're in your 20s or teens, this what your running away chance is.
That is some really bad movement choices there, so I almost lost you.
Yeah, I was watching you and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you going in between the robots instead of dodging?
Because I was hoping that the other robot was not gonna turn around, but he turned around, so...
You had way more cojones than I did.
Like, if that second robot didn't, like, look my way, we'll have, like, gone through just fine.
Alright, so here's... Outside of Dark Purple 1, here is the most infamous fight in the whole Zero Dimension here. R41, she's just like most other fights. She will attack your lowest position teammate, but once she gets to half health, she attacks a random person, and she has a chance to nuke you like that.
Oh!
And
she did it 3 times in a row.
She nuked 3 times in a row. Uzume's the only one alive somehow. Normally Nepgear survives, but Nepgear had only 1200 health. So she died. So we don't want to see another nuke. If we do, make sure at least one character's full health. Unfortunately, had to waste some life frag, some extra healing grass, but we have plenty of healing grass here.
Yeah.
I wish I can commentate over both runners, but I only have the attention span of one. Aaron got through with a rather unlucky middle, but very lucky end. Okay, now Velo has a nuke. Can he make it through without another nuke?
As I never mentioned earlier, bosses in this game, a good chunk of them tend to start targeting whoever is on your highest number slot, in this case Big Nib slot 3. And then once they go under a certain HP threshold, they start like target swapping. Some bosses don't follow that rule and then just like start attacking whoever is in range. But the tiny bit of targeting manipulation that we get at the start of fights can help us.
Yeah, it's like so weird, right? They attack your lowest position teammate, but here's how they do it: they pick a random skill. We don't know what skill they pick. If the skill they pick does not have a range to hit the bottommost slot that your character's in, then they will use that skill to attack whoever's closest to them. So sometimes it might not seem like they're going after your lowest, most slot character, but that's only because the RNG fell on a skill that they can't reach, and we never know what skill they're going to use until they use it.
Yeah, the targeting is somewhat predictable. Can I not get 3 encounters in a row? Targeting is somewhat predictable in this game at the start of fights, but then you have to get ready to improvise because things can go wrong really fast.
Aaron got our first 3 encounters in a row of this run.
Can I get the Smashbox, please?
And then he got 4th encounter out of 6 dots, so that's 15% chance per dot, guys. Remember that. Keep that number in mind.
And I have a Smashbox Stadium, which is a dungeon that can also crash. The boss fight in this dungeon is R43. He has many encounters. I hate this game.
1 encounter on the way there.
I'm just briefing. Oh. But yeah, the boss in this dungeon, which is R43, basically has the same rule as R41. she will start targeting Big Net because she's on the highest number slot. And then at some point she will start like target swapping, and also you see in AoEs that hit the entire arena, and they are likely to kill party members if she high rolls or crits. Well, hopefully that won't happen.
Hey,
Here we're
use
gonna
a don't
grab
Neptune
a
idea.
weapon and actually swap to it, which is something that we don't tend to do in this run because the damage boost from equipping different weapons is basically negligible. But in this case, we wanted to equip the Twin Blades for the combo, because combo traits are really important for combos to actually do any meaningful damage.
I'd like to get healed, please.
They are more important than whether the skill is like power, standard, or rush. The important thing is that they have to have a combo trait that links into each other, because they will do more damage, they will generate more EXE, which doesn't matter too much for this part, but it will matter at the end of the game, about an hour and a half from now, an hour 10 minutes from now.
I was distracted for a little bit, so if I missed anything, that's,
Okay.
that's why.
That's fine. Yeah, in this game you will notice that we won't really like the weapons that we pick up. We are just gonna sell them all, except for the Twin Blades, because the stat boost is just not worth it. The reason we quit Twin Blades, although I'm gonna sell them on Neptune's story and then I'm gonna rebuy them again at the end of the game, is because of the combo slots that they have, and I'm gonna need Big Net to build the XC later on.
If you're in the
But
way, I
otherwise,
swear to God, I'll cry.
We're gonna be running default weapons for like the entire game.
Strength
Yeah,
is just
actually,
a
an
suggestion in this
interesting
game, by the way.
Fact about that, we used the combo slots for the CPU fights later. But as of a few weeks ago, there's a new weapon that has some potential. It's too far out of the way, so it's not the fastest, but for a nice safety net, there's a weapon in Maze 3 on the way to the CPUs that will give Big Neptune full combo slots. So we have some potential there, but that's is the time waste worth the extra combo slots sort of thing. But we'll get to that when we get there. For now, R43, she's just like R41, but with a bit more health. A nuke is super deadly, but Aaron got a perfect fight. How is Velo gonna do? She'll target Big Net, and if she can't target Big Net with this random skill that she chose, she'll target Uzume instead.
Perfect fight.
2 perfect fights is outrageously good luck. No, because a nuke from her is just so bad. Now we're in the mini boss section where we gotta do 2 mini bosses. We gotta get some healing herbs and stuff from them because Uzume got fatally injured from R43. That's what's going on in the story at the moment.
Run differences. We fight different mini bosses.
Yeah, it looks like Velo does the one I do first, and then Aaron does the horse first. They have the same stats, so it doesn't really matter which one you do first.
Yep, they have identical stats. It's just whichever one you do second is gonna be easier than whichever one you do first, because you get a level out. And the reason why I do the horse first is because he saves 1 input, not 2 inputs, compared to doing the owl first.
I think it's just a skill issue, Aaron. Sorry.
Yeah, you're kinda right though.
I won't lose this battle. Leave it to me. Finally. Oh,
Gonna go back to base to heal, because every time you walk past one of your bases, you get full HP and SP. Unlike other games like MK2, for example, you do not get healed when you level up in this game, so you're either forced to either use items or walk past one of the bases to actually get a full heal.
gonna die.
And items are expensive, and we don't really have that much money to work on early on. And not on 2N in general. On 2N we more or less get through with barely enough money. Because 2N requires to do PR investment on each nation. So a lot of our money will just go there. And we are also forced to play on a more conservative playstyle, because we need to save our good healing items like exuberant fragments, Nebul Seas, as many healing spots as we want for the corrupted CPU fight, because the more of them you have, the more leeway you get on that fight.
Come on, dude. Wow! I'm getting
Oh,
me.
it's a moment.
Oh, nice, cool. 2 in a row.
Yeah. Enemies in this game, aggro-wise, depending on the type of enemy that they are, they will chase you. Some of them walk on a straight line. Some of them will only see in front on a cone in front of them. Some enemies have like a 360-degree vision, like the mini robots, the beats that we saw in Coral Station. But they don't have like this predetermined range where they won't chase you out of it. Like if you get aggroed by a mob and then you walk out of their range, they will stop chasing you, which is what I did with the Goitsu there.
Yeah, there's also a bunch of enemies that if you hug a wall, they literally just are not meant to touch the wall. Like you see that in oh crap, not Coral Station or Jingu, but the dungeon that y'all both got preemptive striked on. But you'll see that in a few more cases where you just hug the wall and the enemy just like stop seeing you. And they're like, ah, sayonara, hasta la vista. And it's so interesting how that works.
Some encounters, like the one I just got, I will kill the enemies instead of
Wow,
running
thanks
away because
input.
they were all killable on one
Gave me
attack.
my input.
Sometimes they appear on like a feral formation where I can spend SP because then I will have to walk past one of the bases and then get healed. So I can't afford to use SP. Like this encounter, for example, I just slash wave and kill both of them. And since I'm gonna be walking past the first base that we unlocked, I'm gonna get healed. That way I don't have to risk being actually able to escape or not. And I can just end the encounter immediately. Now I'm gonna save here, 2 dots before Dark Purple 2. The reason why is because there's a dot right before Dark Purple 2, which is either bugged or like not properly designed, that will give you level 32 enemies or 34, which are a lot higher level than you are, so they can give you a lot of trouble. I think they were meant to be there for late game when you revisit Zero Dimension, but I guess they forgot that you also have to go through this part when you're low level.
Yep, very nice oversight from the game devs.
Yeah, it's a small oversight. It's not a big deal because you can just save it for it, but it's just I guess a fun fact about the game. And now in this fight, I'm gonna separate everyone to separate island, except for Big Nep and Usume, because if you separate them far enough on the same platform slash island or however you wanna call it, Dark Purple 2 will not be able to hit both of them at the same time. So that saves some movement, and that's basically Zero Dimension.
Yeah, you probably won't see it because it's actually kind of rare, but DP2 can actually nuke like crazy, kind of, or an AoE you like crazy, like the
like
AoE
that.
just happened on Velo's side. It can become trouble if she does it too much like that. Oh gosh. Thankfully it wasn't too late to be saved, but if she does that like near the beginning, it starts becoming trouble. You can buy some extra healing grasses and keep Neptune healed up so you'll at least have one person alive to help that. Now we're in the Shaw fight. They're insanely high strats to the point where even level 999s will have trouble beating them. So it's a forced loss. You just defend, get close. Hopefully they'll kill you in one turn. And now Neptune's art. The most infamous art for True End, because we have some very easy to miss cutscenes that require getting them at the very specific time. AKA right after we kill these dog dudes, we gotta watch the cutscene right before fighting R4. If we fight R4 without watching this specific cutscene, then it disappears forever, and you can't get True End no more.
Yep. I got this in RNG. You have to kill 8 dogs. So, we are gonna do...
Perfect RNG.
There's 3 quests that are basically mandatory, which is at first some practice, Ishtar's request, exclamation request 1 and exclamation request 2. Unlike popular belief, you don't really have to do Chuko's quest. You just need to do another quest to get extra shares, because you need, I think it was 60% shares on Planet
Holy
specifically
fucking
to unlock
shit.
Dream, while on the other nations it's only like 40%.
I almost forgot your requirement. Holy shit, dude! I've already gotten 4 encounters in
Another
Neptunia.
important thing for Tren is to be careful with your shares, because if your CPU dies, you lose 25% shares of that nation. So for the
Aaron!
Wow,
I already have 4 encounters.
that's
Four
unfortunate.
See, Neptune's arc is the second lowest arc with the number of encounter dot. So it's unfortunate to have 4 encounters before you even get to R4-1, even if you're doing the true end where you have to do some extra spaces. On average, you won't like 1 or 2 at most. So 4 is the game going above and beyond the Call of Duty.
I'm sad.
As I was mentioning for the share thing, if your CPU dies and you lose 25% shares, you also lose some shares every time they get hit, but it's only like 1% shares. It's just things that you have to mind if you're going to do like we do, which is getting the bare minimum amount of shares that we need to get the dreams. If Neptune dies in this fight, you're gonna have to do an extra quest or 2 to actually compensate for the lost shares. So ideally, that won't happen. But she still has a chance of doing a double AoE, that's a lot of damage. She's low rolling and she just missed, so I think basically fine, yeah.
Yeah, R4-4, easy fight. There's normally nothing can go wrong here, but I'd say a 10, maybe you can argue 20% chance that she can decide to screw up your day. Some runners, definitely not me, have had insane world record pace runs die 3 times in a row. 2 R4, 4, 5, 4.
It's fine.
Yeah, R4, 4.
Oh, you're talking the one at the end of the game? That's fine.
Come on.
She can screw you over if she wants to. Although that is a lot of fights in this game. Near the end of this arc, when we get to Steam Max, that's going to be another R4-4 type fight where 10, maybe 20, you can argue 20% chance that if he wants to, he can end your life very, very easily.
But I'm doing another quest here, Need for Trend, which is killing 10 of these delinquent cats. Which then unlock another quest that we have to do, and then we're basically done with trend requirements besides investing for this one. If I turn it in, I pick it up, pick the other one up. It requires
Why am
10
I
for
failing to run away? I'm being so cocked by this game today. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 5.
Only to get ESP back.
6,
Yeah, you gotta love never having a 100% chance to run away.
Yeah.
It's the
no such
best
thing.
mechanic ever introduced. And it's not just this game, it's also in Victory. Probably Mark II if I had to guess.
Perfect
how
cat RNG.
Oh, it's wrong. Yeah. Luck is the most important stat to run away. In fact, if you grab the Gehaburn in this game, you might have noticed that like if you equip Neptunia with the Gehaburn, even if she's like super high level, she will not run away from encounters because it sets her luck stat to the
1, 2,
negatives.
3. Wow!
I was literally high earlier when I was like, I don't know what stat is run away, because literally Noir can't run away and it's her luck stat.
Yeah.
So yeah, like even if you set infinite value to your luck stat, you cannot run away. It's very silly. You cannot be guaranteed to run away.
Noir specifically is really famous because her luck stat is really low.
3, 4, 5.
And
like-
it causes issues on her
They-
arc.
Like, I feel like they definitely did that on purpose for her lack of friends that is very picked on in the game's storyline. Ha ha ha, you have no friends, so I guess you have shit luck or something like that. But poor Noir. There's also moments you'll see, you might even see it from one of these runners, you'll try to run away from an encounter. Noir or Uni will fail and Noir will run away successfully. That's just how it works sometimes.
I'm gonna do investment to get the last cutscene that I need for Twin here. I'm gonna start selling stuff, such as the Twin Blades and all the processor units. And I got pretty good credit RNG because I didn't have to sell anything extra. Now we get the cutscene and we're basically done. If you watch an extra cutscene there, you get an optional cutscene, the cutscene of shame, as you kinda call it, which is the one called a letter addressed to Neptune. If you watch that event, it will trigger a cutscene on the way to to the station later on. And yeah, you basically lose a good 3-4 seconds there. And now we're on Planet Park, the funny dungeon that crashes a lot. From what Bilo found, if you have Compass Leader, is that it does not crash, so I'm gonna do that and hope for the best.
I'm very infamous for getting that extra cutscene a lot more than a person should, because I always forget how many cutscenes to skip there, and so I skip an extra one. Yeah, Planet Park, funny dungeon. Very infamous for crashing a lot on the PS4 range of consoles. We thought for the longest time it was not able to happen on PS5 until your favorite runner Akaazukin just happened to get an enemy lock eyes from across the room and encounter him while the rhythm through. And it crashed the game. So now it can happen on both PS4 and PS5.
Was believed to not be possible, and then I started derusting this game, and my first attempt I got it to crash. Which is kind of funny when you think about it.
But it's kind of interesting in knowing it was because the enemy definitely touched him, so it could be more related to an encounter in this dungeon, more than having the enemies lock onto you.
You effing kidding me, dude? I had to do 2 herb quests, dude.
But we still don't know for sure what really causes these. It just seems like it's mainly related to if an enemy looks in your direction. But we'll never truly know. Also, if you have the camera turn, like where you see the character's face when it crashes, you never do. But if you actually do, you'll notice maybe in a specific clip comp that has been opened up for you to try to, buy in with your channel points. You'll see that their faces will turn into robots.
Can I just say something really fast?
Yeah.
I had to do 2 additional herb quests because that's how low shares I had.
That is garbage. I think that's the most I've ever had to do is 2 extra ones with to buy the grasses.
And I think I know why, and I am an idiot for doing so.
Now it's time for some Bisha gaming.
Wait.
We skimmed over Steam Max because it's just like
Hold
Hardcore
on.
4.
I can't finish.
What happened?
I don't remember doing Chuko's second, the extermination quest 2. I didn't turn it in. And it's gone.
Oh, you might have to reload then.
I saved over my save.
Oh no, do you have a backup?
I don't. Well, I might.
If you think you might have a backup save before the CPU fight.
Yeah, you could also just play until
See where this is.
and then
Okay. If you have like a
Okay,
backup save
alright,
to
well,
like,
this one
where the
works.
true end.
But I'm not gonna... Okay, I'll just move from here. I was in this dungeon already.
Noir Sark. A fan favorite for the speedrunners of this game. Because it's full of not being able to run away, getting ambushed by mobs, getting memed by the unicorn, getting memed by the random encounter with the baby bags,
So
and
let's,
getting memed by Geisha.
let's talk about how the game devs hate Noir so much for some reason. Not only does she have the worst luck stat in the game, because haha friends, but let's talk about how she's at level 22 at the start of this arc.
I have no items on this save.
I'm like a gust of wind.
Into one. Oh, yeah, no, Noir Sark is a dangerous one because everyone's favorite fight, Keisha 1, is there. Keisha 2 is also there. I got 2 bots, that's good. So for Keisha 1, we won a couple of things. We want Noir to be 24, 25, it was 25. We want to make a disc with physical resistance so Keisha doesn't immediately destroy her. We want to get healing pots, which
Holy
restore 2000
fucking
HP.
shit!
And we want to get healing rings, which restore half of the character's HP. Now the reason why we do is because that vine
I'm
has
dead.
the potential to do a lot of damage.
I am so dead.
And by a lot of damage, I mean that she can basically kill Noir in 1 turn. If you get unlucky, so she exceeds. So with all of those like caution and safety items that we pick up, it's still kinda hard to beat her depending on how many items you get. You get the healing pots from a chest and the healing rings from a different chest. Each of them have a 50-50 to either give 2 or 1. If you get 1 pot, 1 rain, and you do the rest of the setup properly, you have about a 44% chance of actually beating the fight. Tested from when Seafresh abused a loophole on a bed we did, and I had to beat her 50 times in a row. The emphasis on beating her, just fighting her wasn't enough. I had to beat her 50 times in a row, so I did like 100 and something fights. But yeah, if you have 2 pots, your odds of winning go up drastically because pots are really good. Even 2 rains already like boosts your chances of winning significantly, because if you only have 1 and 1, you're relying on her low rolling a couple of times in a row, which doesn't tend to happen that often.
Yeah.
But at least, yeah, there's a save point right next to the fight, so the reloads are only like 15 seconds long.
Yeah, it's a very short fight. It's only a couple of turns. It's very deadly for how short it is. It's just
Fuck off.
she can nuke you turn 1. She because boss enemies in this game, the human ones at least, the game decides that they can just start out with full EXE meter, so she can outright nuke you turn 1. And if you're unlucky, that can kill you without you even having a turn. Which, it's super rare to have that. Because she has to land every hit on the nuke. Or you just don't want to see a nuke at all. But if she does nuke, you live, you'll get a double turn. Which you never attack on your second turn of a double turn, or else they'll get a double turn later. The turn order on when they get their second turn is random. They might get it next turn, they might get it 5 turns down the road, but don't risk it. Just don't attack on your second of a double turn, and you'll be fine.
Maren, give it like
2 pods.
a couple more minutes, and then you can like cut it off, because
It's when he gets to a station.
the station.
Yeah, when he gets to the
Yeah.
station.
When I get to the station, you can cut it off. I'll let you know in. I messed up this thread and I used a skill before I was actually supposed to use a skill, which means that now I'm gonna have to finish it with combos, which didn't change much in this case, but ideally you don't have to do that, because the unicorn can do some really dangerous crits sometimes.
Dude, I am being memed. No, I knew it. Help! Dude, this game is saying no to me right now.
We now have RNG quests again. We have to kill 10 jellies. Now I'm going to pay attention to how many jellies I kill, because I want to more or less kill as many encounters with 3 jellies as possible, because I want to have Noir be level 24 without having to do any extra fights. There's like plenty of backup stuff if that's not the case, but ideally I won't have to do any of them. I'll just be able to get it to 24 naturally. But that depends on the game mainly, on the encounters that I get. And so far it's not looking too good. You can get encounters with 1, 2 or 3 of these jellies. Then there's also healing goggles, which can skill seal, which is really annoying if it happens, because you don't want to get skill sealed for this. I'm gonna finish this encounter only because it has 3 mobs.
I thought I was playing a reverse game and I tried to jump on the ledge and thought that I couldn't jump on the ledge because the jump height in this game is different than the other games.
Let me see, fine.
Fuck off, dude! Game!
Okay, I got 3. This is pretty good. Basically what you want. Hopefully then
Oh dear. Looking at Vio's.
All fucking game, dude.
The turn we give this is you're literally getting crabs, and it sucks because Noir's luck stat is very bad, and crabs don't die in one combo.
Yeah.
Dude.
If you get an encounter, like her luck stat is so bad that if you get an encounter with Noir, you have more chances of living if you actually like fight the encounter than if you try to run away. Because
I
you miss running away alone.
I can't do anything, guys. I'm literally stuck. Help. I'm being memed.
Yeah, that flame fender near the end of that stage is just one of the most infamous fenders in this whole game. Probably the most infamous because he likes to turn sharp 180 degrees.
Maren, you can close the disc incentive now since I'm on base station. I'm about to pick it up.
And
I'm
if
playing this
they-
fight super risky.
If it turns 180 degrees, right as you walk in there, you're almost guaranteed to encounter, depending on your reaction speed, IRL. Aaron has pretty insane reaction speed. I would assume Velo does too. So it shouldn't matter most of the time. But yeah, you pretty much have to match the Flame Fenrir's reaction speed with your own reaction speed if you want to make it out alive.
And even if you react fast enough, if the Fenrir is too close to you, since on new game, enemies move faster than you do. If you are too close to it when it notices you, doesn't matter how fast you react, you get encountered anyways.
Dang, Z-Fresh sub 2 true and did not make it in.
Oh, but we make 2 discs per run though.
Oh yeah, that is true. So it did make
Both
it in.
make the same disc, or do we make like different each?
Nah, just one of y'all name the media disc Velothon, someone else name it V-Fresh, and then for the green light disc, someone names it Z-Fresh sub 2 Truin, and someone else names it Z-Fresh. So it looks like the green light disc will both be Z-Fresh.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
We succeeded. We succeeded, guys. We succeeded. The Z-Fresh green light disc makes a comeback from my true in run where it literally saved my ass like 10 times.
I got 2 rings. I had 2 bots and 2 rings, which in theory means that I'm going to be chilling for Keisha's fight, but in reality she can still kill me turn 1. Or any turn if she actually wants to. But yeah. But now the reason why we get another disc is because we'll need it for the CPU fight later on. So Big M has
miscalculated,
physical
really?
defense, wind defense, and she has HP regen because she has to face tank all the CPUs. Which is no easy task before because VIIR on all of them can do a lot of damage if they actually wanted to. So I'm gonna make this number 1 here. I'm gonna name it Velothon.
Alright, so that means whenever Velo gets to the disc making, you name it V-Fresh Velo. Not Z-Fresh, but V-Fresh.
Nah. I have a couple of cutscenes and then Noir has to 1v1 a boss. There's a dot in between the next cutscene that if I get it, I'm going to be really sad. Because that dot can have up to like 6 mobs and you're not gonna run away, so you're gonna have to like spam combos to kill them all. They are not going to kill her because she has physical defense and HP regen every turn. But it still takes a lot of time to just like manually kill them all in combos.
Yeah, if you get the dot in between the cutscene and then Govelia, that fight, if you get unlucky, can take upwards to a minute or longer to fight. So we do not want that encounter.
Yeah. As a fun fact, if Noir killed enough enemies before that boss over there, she will complete a challenge that will give her slightly more speed. And when that happens, she will have speed to do 1 extra skill, which makes the fight slightly faster. And my Noir is level 26 without me having to fight any extra encounters, which is pretty good. So I can just grab this weapon to sell it, and then go straight to Keisha 1.
Man, we were like really close until the fucking. Oh, wait.
It's interesting that you have Noir at the bottom slot before Keisha 1. Because if you have Uni there, the Fenrir would have attacked Uni instead of Noir.
Yeah. I always have her there because I don't want Uni to get skill sealed when I'm fighting in the quest things. So here on Noah, safe, and now going to the funny fight that everyone hates.
You got a first tryer.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, get your predictions in the chat, or just think of them in your head. How many tries will Keisha take Aaron? How many tries will Keisha take Velo? It'd be first try, second try, 5th try.
The thing about Keisha is that you do not want to be too close to her, because she will attack Noir from the back, doing more damage, and you don't want to be too far from her. First time, let's go. And you want to be too far from her, because if you are too far from her, she will straight up, it's likely she will straight up like nuke her. So there are both outcomes that you do not want to see.
Aaron did not get a single strong attack, which would have given him a double turn, meaning that he could have. If she does a single strong attack, which she does like 90% of the time, whether it be a nuke or whatever, she can also just do a standard strong attack that will give you a double turn. You can use a double healing grass instead of a healing pod there, saving you a pod for the CPU fight. But Aaron didn't have to worry about a double turn there at all, because he just got the textbook definition of a perfect Keisha fight.
Yep.
I'd like to see someone just try and
Now we go back here again. I didn't bring it, but I'm better well. So now we're gonna fight the M gear, and we're gonna fight Keisha too. So I wanna save most of my SP for Keisha too, because Keisha, how well Keisha 2 goes depends on if Uni decides to actually poison her, which sadly does not happen often.
I'll show you the power
And when it doesn't happen, the fight becomes really scarred.
I'll finish it this turn.
So for this, the way I'm going to do this fight
Questions later.
is I'm just going to spam rush combos. I'm gonna build the XC,
Now it's my turn.
and I'm just gonna spam the formation skill.
Now it's my turn to go on
I can use another skill, and then I'm going with Noah, and then I'm going to save
Now it's my
all
turn to go on the offensive.
all of her SP just in case. I'm going to heal her so she's high SP, and then kill him gear. And now it's Keisha too, so Uni, if you will. So what I'm going to do, Keisha 2, oh nice poison, is I'm going to defend with Noir every turn. That way, Noir will live as long as it's basically possible, while I have Uni spam skills from behind. And when I see that Noir is about to die, like now, I'm going to attack. And she got a double turn, now I can safely rest. She's gonna target Noir again, so I can have Noir tanking again. I'm gonna start spamming gun. She target swap, which is fun because she's poisoned and then she died.
Poisoning
So it's a slow-
Keisha too? Is this the real? Is this my V2 that we're playing?
She recovered really fast, so it wasn't as optimal as it could be, but yeah, it worked. So
Holy crap, you just stared
Actually,
at the
I
wall,
should have
man.
said this isn't my V2. My past couple runs to Keisha 2, I've not poisoned her or the
yeah,
gear.
same.
I usually generally always poison her.
No, I don't. It's a 30% to poison, it feels like a lie to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the investment, sell everything, get the dream, finish Noir's story, and save.
Aaron
Because
actually
that's-
having enough credits to get True in without needing to sell extra stuff? Is this real life?
I usually have money here.
Yeah, me and
Because-
Vilo are always the ones without money, but for some reason Aaron's every time. We're gonna have to learn.
I only buy a couple of grasses and 2 life fragments. I don't buy SP chargers or anything. So you guys spend more money than I do. Yeah, now
Alright,
for blank, right at the start. Oh, just gonna
First
mention
try.
real quick. At the start of blank, you can get memed really hard if you get an encounter on the dot right before the force fight, where you can get like up to 6 mobs on one encounter, which will weaken blank. At that point, you don't have healing items or anything. So if the bunny fight goes wrong, you will die without any counterplay if you're unlucky enough. So that's a thing that can happen.
I can't believe Vilo just gave me a heart attack on his K-Show 1 fight. That was clutch. Alright, well now we can concentrate on player 2 part, the infamous PS5 funny dungeon. This could go right. It has a nice chance of crashing. I want to say it's a low chance, but it has a nice chance of crashing. I say around 30% chance with how much ILs I have done on this stage so far. PS5 is just not built for this dungeon or its neighbor dungeon, the Mario Land that you'll see later for when we get to the good end section. It can crash as early as the second jump in the second area, or it can crash as late as where Aaron is right now. Or
I hope it
What-
doesn't crash because I didn't save for P2P. I just saved at the start of blank. But surely the game will not do me like that.
yeah, thankfully it's not that big of a time loss if you save like right at the start of the IL. It's literally only a minute. So, but a crash is still bad. And the weird thing about these crashes, you'll see it if you meet the incentive for the clip comp, you'll see the sky literally falls from the heavens when you crash in P2P in Mario Land. It's so weird how that worked. I guess it doesn't like the sky textures in those stages.
An interesting fact about the encounters on this arc is that there's two battlefields that you can get. You can get the forest battlefield and like the plains battlefield. Funnily enough, the forest one is bigger than the plains one, so if you get the forest one, you will not be able to run away turn 1. But if you get the one which is just a giant plain, you will actually be able to attempt to run turn 1. And I got the forest one twice in a row, so I can escape. I think it's depending on the tile, it's forest or plain, but yeah, it's just a tiny, small thing that you notice after playing through this arc alone.
And now that we're in basically Ario Plateau, as I call it, because it's the exact same dungeon as Ario Plateau for Victory, same layout, everything same, except for the fact that it's not called Ario Plateau, it's called something else. Now we get the green light disc, which will be a very useful disc later for the CPU fight that we talked about. It's going to have some very nice buffs for our defense and resistance. And 3 dots above this, you won't see them grind for it, but there is a specific dot for a credit bill. If there's a small chance that you'll get a credit bill spawn there, and then a 50-50 chance on if it wants to stay or not. So I assume if they get that dot on the way back to Louis, they'll get the credit bill and save themselves some selling later. Other than that, you saw Aaron pick up a lot of extra items in the Ario Plateau. He'll be selling those to get the standard money you need for Druid.
Yeah. There's 2 main strats here. There's the safe, consistent pickup items.
I died to Esha too.
And then there's the YOLO 5-head strat
Nice
that is
attack.
actually a lot faster if it works, but it doesn't tend to work, which is the credit build one that we just explained.
Yeah, I won't go too far into it. It is a rare thing, but if it does happen, it'll just be faster to do that. But the worst timing is, let's say you do go and get all those extra items, but you get the credit bill after that. You did waste the time to get all those extra items. So the preferred timing for a credit bill would be on your way to Ario Plateau. But that's also not the most picture-perfect timing of it, because you're just blonde at that point.
Holy
And we just
shit.
saw very rare, insanely high damage rolls from the birds.
Yeah. Because the birds can do either physical
I
attacks
am
or
mute
magic
up.
attacks. If they do physical attacks, it doesn't really matter because Blank is super tanky. But if they
Help.
spam the magic ones, that's when you have a problem.
Seeing Velo get an encounter on the way back from Keisha 2.
I
is,
died to Keisha
dumb.
too.
Okay, so now I'm gonna heal about 3 times and then it's time to bottom mash X. This is the fight that I mentioned all the way at the start of the run, where if you put Blank on that
Well,
specific
it's
position,
funny, it?
one of the Fenris will not spawn.
Yeah, another oversight from the developers. This fight looks like it could, simple enough with combos on this one Fenrir, but there's supposed to be 2 Fenrirs, but thanks to positioning, the other Fenrir just yeets himself into the void. So we don't really worry about it. This was discovered by Chozox, a very old member of the Neptunia community who used to rep this game back when in the first year of its launch. He found a lot of the strats that we even still use to this very day. So shout outs to Chozox. He's still around. He does runs when he wants, but he's still around. One of the old fogey members, me, him, Z-Fresh.
Yep, shouts to Seafish also, because those two were the people who set the foundation of the B2 round. Oh, credit bill, and it stayed. Well, I guess I'll take the money.
See, this is what we're talking about. Oh, I
Wait,
wish
no,
that.
I'm gonna have to finish the encounter. No, man, I don't want the money anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's kind of unfortunate you got the Experience King because he's actually very bulky.
No, skill seal. Fuck.
Aaron has gotten like 5 encounters or something like that in Blonde's art. That is not
Okay,
good.
now I have to go back to base to heal because I can't go into Sisha's kill shield because she already does enough damage as it is. So you need to finish the fight kind of
Not
fast.
getting
because we
memed as
have
much
to
as
heal.
I am.
Yeah. I really like sharing fun facts, so I'll share a fun fact with the Blonde's arc has the least amount of dots you go through in the whole game. But the world record for the most recorded encounters in one single Blonde arc is 14. That's half the dots or more. I don't remember exactly how many dots we go through in Blonde's arc, but 14 encounters is the world record. So if you ever like recording yourself playing this game and you think you have topped that, please send it my way. I definitely want to see more pain and suffering than. I won't say the name of whoever got it. We all know who it was, but I'm not gonna say it.
Another fun fact.
It's
This
me.
is yep.
Here?
The odds
Really?
of going through the entire blank arc without getting a single encounter are 1 in 130 something. So if you've ever finished this arc without getting a single encounter, consider yourself lucky.
Buy a lottery ticket that day if your
Yeah.
country and/or state allows lottery tickets. Because that if you get an encounterless in this arc, it is pretty lucky. I have went over 10 hours on grinding this arc without a single encounterless run before, and I'm about to do it a second time.
You're worried about me? Thanks.
I've had 2 runs the past like 7 hours of attempts of this stage that made it to the final dot before Gold Tower encounterless. That final dot decided to be my first encounter.
Looks like you've decided.
0 encounters so far in Blonde.
Seashaw, she's the easiest of all the Shaws. She still nukes like very hard, but thankfully Blonde is also very tanky. So we don't really worry about it too much. Blonde can die, but we have life frags. Sometimes you can buy some backup life frags, but we also get exuberant fragments before this fight, so it's the easiest Shaw in the game by far.
An item.
If
So
you're
it's
running
not even close.
Yeah. If you're running bad ending, you can buy a lot of items if you want. If you're running or good ending. If you're running truant like we are, you don't have the money. Like you can only buy like 2 at most. Like I bought 2, and I already had to like sell extra stuff in order to be able to afford the dust investment part. So yeah, that's how tight money is
Sure.
in this category.
Yeah, this category just requires so much money spending to get the shares that we need as fast as possible.
Now I
And the tightest is for sure Noir's art. Everything is wrong with Noir's art that can possibly be wrong with a single section of the game.
Maybe I'll read
You just
it
gotta
then.
feel bad for Noir. If you're a Noir fan, they really did her rough in this game.
What a chore.
Now, there's really nothing of note in Vert's arc
I'll
until the end, other than the fact that
My turn.
as soon as we do some quests later, we can turn them in and go straight to share grinding and do 1 less level up because we have the shares from the quests.
I damage ranged? Really?
And what did not happen on Aaron's arc, which can happen quite a lot and ruin your life. You can not kill one of the birds in 1 skill, and giving the birds any extra turn is very bad because they can damage you for a little or they can damage you for a lot because they have both magic and physical attacks for some reason. Why not give a bird both?
My turn.
Yeah.
I can go.
Attacking the birds, those birds from the front,
Send this quick and grab
will make them die in 1 skill at range. So ideally, you want to attack from the side or from the back to guarantee the range.
anytime.
That's at least not always possible.
My turn. Let's have a fair KO.
Yeah.
Who wants to get
And then what we didn't commentate over is whenever we are in what? Oh, I guess I won't commentate that part then.
How did...
Velo kept Whiteheart alive for the bits. Threw me off.
Yeah. The most optimal strat there is to let Blanc die because she has no SP, so she's not useful anymore. So then she doesn't get turns, which saves a tiny bit of time.
I'm back.
Oh, and unfortunately, Rom got skill celled. These doggoos can skill cell you, but it usually happens to Rom. Poor Rom. So in that case, I just defend. You can also combo. Probably actually best to combo. But now, going back to Aaron, we have the quests. You have to kill 8 doggoos, 9 lizards. Lizards suck. That's the bottom line. They can survive your attacks. You can miss your skills. A whole sort of thing happen, and they hit like a truck.
This scratch is nothing.
I didn't buy any fucking... I guess I'm gonna try to YOLO this, I guess. I didn't buy any life fragments for Shisha.
We just hope to get a little lucky and maybe get to
Goodness fucking gracious, dude. I want to quit.
try to get like 2 exuberant fragments from the
Plus
drop.
7.
Fingers crossed.
Which means I'm missing 1 bunny and 2 cover heroes, which I can easily get.
I have had the worst enemy movement RNG this whole time. My ZD was great, everything else has sucked.
Yeah, from what I've been seeing, if you want a textbook definition of how the enemies should not move on an ideal run, Velo's had some PTSD activate mode going on.
I can feel my V2 grind self coming back right now.
Yeah, I was gonna save time, but I got an encounter.
All the times I'd get mad and like get pissed off.
We may or may not have a clip of that in the upcoming V2 clip comp that you guys can purchase in with the channel point. Cough, cough. Try to do that right now.
Must say for Berserker C, because it's an easy fly down. You can get memed. It's
Did you get 2? Oh, you got 2 exubes, so that's nice. Don't be afraid to use both if you need them. But on an ideal fight, it's actually possible to do the entire Sisha fight without Whiteheart dying. That's called buying more than 1 lottery ticket that day, because it's pretty hard to do. But it is possible. She just doesn't nuke Whiteheart at all. She just does normal attacks the whole time. It's kind of similar to the ideal Keisha fight that Aaron had. It's the biggest lottery luck in the history of lottery luck. And the fact that she's attacked Whiteheart 3 times and she... Oh, you're defending. I mean, never mind. It's possible for her to survive without defending and being hit 4 times. That makes sense that she lived.
She can face tank, but it's paid.
I was making a fool of myself there. I didn't notice the defending until the 5th attack.
Now I can rest.
So I'm gonna do some grinding because I want VIIR to get to level 30 right before Asia, so I can use her EXE and make that fight both faster and safer. For that I sent an enemy changer scout, and I also sent a EXP plus 10% scout. And I'm gonna be killing like these purple Cobra heroes. I'm gonna kill 5 mobs. Each of them is guaranteed to have 2. So it's basically like 10 mobs in total. So that I can... So now, VIIR is at level 27 with 1.6k EXP to level 28. By killing the boss in this dungeon, killing Big Nip and killing the... Well, not killing Big Nip, but like winning against Big Nip, winning against the Doggo duel on the Golden Summit Limbo. She'll get enough EXP to get to level 30, which is when she gets her EXE. As a fun fact, for Noir, for Keisha 1, the OG strat from way back then used to be to grind to level 30 by luring the Metal Doggo that's behind Keisha's event marker, killing it about 3 or 4 times, so Noir gets to level 30 and then using her EXE to kill Keisha in like 3 or 4 turns. But ever since the disc strat got found, well, we just use that one because even if it's risky, it's a lot faster. And the consistency difference is not that big because on the old strat you had to wait for the Metal Doggo mob to look at you, walk your way, and then to actually have the Metal Doggo and then contest. So yeah.
Another fun fact about the S-Shot grinding, you don't have to grind at all,
Yeah.
possible, and it's actually slower by, I think it was timed 30 to 40 seconds to do this, but it's made more consistent by a lot. If you do S-Shot without the EXE, and especially on True End where you have way less items, it's actually kind of the most insane risky gamble, but it is possible. But
Yeah.
she hits like a truck. You don't have as much health because you're way lower level, and you don't have a super strong EXE. The downside to actually having the EXE though is it can give her a bunch of double turns.
Well, I
But
agree.
I mean, she can also give you double turns just doing normal skills anyway, because S-Shot does what she wants, when she wants, and how long she wants to do it for. So it's really just pick your poison. There's a bunch of different grinding methods too, but the most consistent one are these enemy change lizards. The bomb stew a few years ago actually found 2 more methods to use, although I can't remember them off the top of my head. There's a quickest method, more risk, there's a middle method, and then there's the lizard method that you saw Aaron do.
Yeah, fucked up, and I forgot to do the investment thing earlier. Which means I have no speed chargers. So what I'm going to do...
Right away. I've done that before.
I'm going to grab a bunch of... What was the last time I saved? Like
7.
Alright, sadly everyone, I'll only be able to stick around for commentary for just a couple more minutes, but whenever I do leave, I wish y'all the best of luck. Y'all both got this, y'all both can finish this, and finish it strong.
What I'm going to
But
do
I'm
is...
a few more minutes, I'll at least be here until maybe S-Shaw or K-Shaw is, or no, Vert or Noir is added to your team.
This is why you make safety saves, because I almost win this. I'm gonna lose like 6 minutes. But the run lives, which is the important part at the end of the day. But yeah, if I hadn't saved before, the fix for that would have been to do what I did, grab 3 gift battles, go into the Golden Summit, fight the first boss, leave, fight the second, go in again, fight the second boss, leave, so you get your SP and your HP back, and then go in a 3rd time to actually fight Ash and finish the arc. But that's more likely just like slower than straight up doing this segment, because it doesn't take that long to do the grinding and getting through this dungeon again. But that's what happens when you stop paying attention in this game. It's not the end of the world.
It happens to the best of us.
It's not the end of the world because I still had like leeway to actually recover. But it can't kill your run if you like forget a dream and then you go to the next arc. At that point your turn run is over, and the most that you can get is good ending. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I wished twice. Oh my god, I wished 3 times. Don't know how I'm gonna do this. Ah, it works. I YOLO'd the damage roll and it worked, so...
This isn't an arcade, is it?
Well, hopefully we kill this thing. Now we're back on track to where we were before. We just lost 5 minutes, but it's okay.
Alright, I was zoned out for a few seconds. Did Velo do the True End get the Bird State Dream on time?
Yeah, not sure.
Yes.
Alright. So if you noticed Velo's screen for the last few minutes, that's what we're supposed to do, and what Aaron was doing a bunch of backups because he missed to do. As I mentioned earlier, if you time it as soon as you turn in the quests, you only need to get to level 3 PR instead of level 4. So because you already have so much shares, it saves a lot of time and money. So you can use that money for S-Shaw, because S-Shaw needs as much money as you can get to buy life rags.
Yep, since turning in quests also give you shares. We just turn in 2 quests. And also while doing those quests, pet doesn't really take much damage. You can actually get the just barely get the dream out of the way if you invest up to level 3 there. But yeah, if you forget like I did and then you go like you continue on, since you'll get hit a bunch of times while farming and while fighting Berserkers C, you will not get enough shares even if you do the level 3 investment after, which will cause you to need to do level 4, but the problem is that we can't afford to do level 4 because we need items for the share. Okay, now we're back here, we actually did the thing this time. I'm going to sell things that I don't actually need. And I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy this, and I'm gonna buy this. Yeah, now that's looking good.
There's one grave sin that we all need to fix. I just now noticed we're about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from the Rebirth 2 run. We don't have the model swap in yet. What's happening, guys? You gotta get this model swap in.
Wait, Rebirth 2's not after this?
No,
I said an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half away is what I said. It's after the V2 Neptunia 0 and then reverse. And then this run only has like 45 minutes left.
Right, this run could take another 25 years.
So get those conquest model swaps in. Worry about my clip comp of the day to. I'll redeem this 5 more times and I gotta.
How many times do you have to redeem it?
A couple.
Quite a lot.
I can't menu, I can't move. V2 is bullying me.
It's okay, beatable is everyone.
Alright. And good luck on both of the runners and thank you for having me as your commentator. I shall be back hopefully before my run starts.
Thank you for joining.
I'll try and tune in hopefully in time for the CPUs and we'll see how it's going. But take care everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you for
Thanks for commentating, Endeavor.
And I'm gonna buy Big Net. Big Net is usually not too bad. Emphasis on usually. Because she can, as you just saw, do a lot of damage. And she also has Pudding, which is a dangerous attack. Because it's an AoE that doesn't say the amount of damage. And she gave me a bad fight because she killed Neptunia super early, which you don't want to usually see. So I defended for 1 turn with Bird, because if I rest Neptunia again, she was gonna enter one of the classic death loops of this game, where there's bosses that will kill a character, then you rest them, and then the character will get a turn right after and kill them again. And that can happen after like a good 5-6 times in a row. And we don't have items to waste doing that.
The problem is that items have a wait timer on them when you use them, and the wait timer for Life Rag is way too high.
Yep, pretty much. It's all about the wait times. And I want these two to not be separated from each other, but they are getting separated from each other all the time.
How did I catch up to you? How did I catch up to you?
I lost 5 minutes because I didn't do the Dream on Bird, so I had to reload my save file from before grinding.
What if I find out I didn't do the dream stuff on this save file? It's from my last True End run, so it should be here, right? Right?
That should be fine.
Should also note that I, at least myself, have done enough of this. I don't even need notes, I just kind of walk.
Yeah, I've never used notes for this game because I just found it easier to. And unlike what it may look like, this game doesn't really have that much stuff to memorize in the first place. Like the strategies have like fairly straightforward for the most part. So I personally found it easier to just like memorize the entire thing, and since the game is like divided on stories, it's also really easy to practice the game.
Could you heal me soon, perhaps?
But yeah, now we have Asia, which is another dangerous boss. Because she can Deathloop Gia, which we don't want. And the main problem with this fight is the early turns. The early turns are a big question mark. Because she can do a bunch of different things.
Here I go.
Okay, so she died. Is she gonna look Deathloop her? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna defend then. So she attacks Bird. I'm gonna rest Nebgia and defend. And now we're back on track. I forgot to change her combo. So I'm going to do the good old button strat.
Could you heal me soon, perhaps? I'll work hard to become
Okay, now that the cutscene happened, I'm going to use a pod on Gia, just in case Aisha decides to double turn.
Muscles that exceed my muscles?
I'm gonna use a PSP speed charger, which you usually don't need, and I didn't need it anyways. So one. We go through Asia first try. That's kinda how similar to how the Baron strategy works, is that I could EXE. So obviously I had it easier. But the turn strat, what actually does is that it changes combos. The rush combos for Nebgia, so she builds a bar of EXE. That way Bird can EXE every turn and do like a lot of damage really fast. And since I didn't change the combos, I did skills with Nebgia, which is the button strategy, and just use skills with Bird as well. And now we're back in Hyperdimension. Well, no, we were in Hyperdimension, but now we have everyone to get in Hyperdimension. This is one of the most annoying segments of the run, because you have to go through a lot of dogs. You get a lot of encounters, and you get angry at the game, because it keeps giving you encounters even though it shouldn't. Because it's only at 15%. You have to walk all the way to Louis.
I just got destroyed by Asha.
Fortnite. Had to walk all the way to Louis, and we had to walk all the way back to Neptune.
You know, I figured that this run was gonna be cursed, but
The time has come.
this cursed?
I don't know. But this is going as well as I expected it to go, which is
boasting.
not too well.
It is my turn.
But it's how it goes. So, for this part, we need to make the power bracelet,
I will never be a memory.
because we need it to be able to progress through the next dungeon. So, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy a bunch of healing, I'm gonna buy a steel bracelet, and now I can develop the power bracelet.
What shall I do?
And we go to the next dungeon. And I got an encounter in literally the first dog, of course.
Be forgiven.
Leave it to me. It is my turn.
This
I'll
is
be
Isha's.
This isn't an arcade.
Oh, I got the dot right after the tower.
I'll show you that I'm capable.
That's always freaking great.
Shall I do? Leave it.
Also, this dungeon can also crash, so I'm going to do my menu outside of the dungeon,
I'm tired.
and I'm going to save.
Let's do it.
Because this game likes to crash a lot.
Let's try.
So here we're gonna fight Steamax again. That Steamax fight here is pretty similar to the Steamax fight on Neptune's story, where it's a free fight 90% of the time, but if he wants to be annoying, he can actually game over your party in 2 turns. It's not too common, but it's a thing that can happen,
Can't we just hang out here?
and that happens every now and then.
My turn.
But hopefully we won't have issues with him, because if you die to Steamax, you have to walk all the way to his event marker,
Let's try going here.
which wastes a bunch of time, as there's no save point before him.
I choose you.
And Afimoyas is annoying enough as it is already, so actually you have to deal with both of them.
Let's try going.
So the idea when we're using this group
Is everyone
is basically to have Bear Tank and EXE when we get one engage,
ready?
have Uni Poison Shot to hopefully poison something, which is not doing, it's 30%. Oh, there we go, just have to complain about it. And this was a pretty chill Steamax fight. Because he didn't nuke. Now we get the jumping star, so we can like jump on top of the explosives and just like skip them. I'm gonna use the healing items that I just got. Which they're pretty decent, because they give HP and they give SP as well. This is not the right way. This way. Now we have like Steamax, Afimoja is really annoying because he's invulnerable to physical damage until you break the cape on his back. So Uni is not going to do anything in the fight except try to poison him.
What?
But you can actually break the cape to be able to do physical damage to him. The problem with that is that on phase 1 is doable, but on phase 2 has a lot of HP. So if you get to the point where you break his cape on phase 2, your fight is probably like really bad already. But that's sadly not something that you can actually control, so... Let's see if... Oh, we got a poison proc. And the usual things happening here. Highest numbered slot is the one that's getting targeted. Now that Fimojas is poisoned, I'm gonna start using rush combos with Uni, so I can EXE and save some speed. Now the cape broke, so now I'm gonna change strategies and actually just attack. And he nuked, which is something that tends to happen, I guess. The good thing is that when he nukes, his wait time is like really high. So you have time to like rest everyone, heal them, and then he nukes again, so you have to do all of that again. Can you not nuke a third time? You can use ROM to heal people. But it just wastes a lot of time because you have to like start resting them 24/7, healing them. And now we have phase 2 where the game forces you to use the CPUs, which is really funny to me because none of them can do any damage with skills to Afimojas except for Bird. Because they do have like elemental combos, but combos are not good until you're really high level.
It is my turn.
So most of them are pretty useless in that fight. So it's basically the same spam skill, we got poison, spiral break. I'm going to heal with Uni just in case he nukes. So she can survive and the poison will kill him off, but she didn't, so let's finish the fight. We go back to base.
I'm telling ya, if the CPU fight like kills me 5 times or something, I'm just gonna like forfeit.
I'm gonna swap Noir and Bert around so I can actually run away 2-1. But it's a bit of a waste of time because you get the problem for like H-Arc here, which rearranges your party again, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it rearranges your party again, so you have to swap them out again. Because you definitely don't want Noir to be the one that can escape turn 1, even though she ran away before, but it's not a common occurrence. And now we go to Dimension Passageway, which is the start of those really long...
Literally can't poison proc this bitch.
30% and all that.
I'll be keeping a close eye on Roost. I can do this! I never miss. Now then, what to do? What shall I do? Okay. There's no enemy I can't shoot down.
There's nothing too interesting about these dungeons, other than them being extremely long on New Game, because we walk really slowly. It's a very good sword for picking that you can grab on the Ontario corridor, but I don't tend to pick it up because its combo area is super small, so it's hard to hit multiple CPUs with it.
I choose you.
Which is why we go with the Twin Blade. The Twin Blade has a rectangular combo range, which makes hitting multiple of them really easy, so that's a lot more EXE being built.
Oh my god, where's Vert's turn?
Purple Koitsu, do not turn left. Thank you. But the boss at the end of this dungeon is a joke. It will literally die in like 1 or 2 skills. But the difficulty curve in this game is like really strange in general. Because it peaks early game on 0 dimension where like most bosses can kill you. And then it just keeps going down until you have like some spikes such as Geisha, Esha, and corrupted CPUs, but the game gets easier the further you get into it. And now we have the Shard rematches. We swap Gear to slot 4, so she's the one that gets bullied instead of one of the sisters. I just used the wrong item, I just wasted Akaazukin, but it doesn't really matter. Gonna try to poison with
He
you.
nuked twice in a row. I'm dead.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
Megadimension Neptunia.
Uni's no poisoning, which is pretty sad.
I need to take the headphones out. I can't. My ear hurts.
Okay. If Uni poisons, the fights are sped up by a lot. They go by a lot faster. But it requires, well, landing the 30%.
Dude, I can't
Now here I'm gonna move
fucking
backwards.
poison this bitch, like, at all. Uni has missed every poison proc this whole run!
Yep, that's how it is.
There's no enemy I can't shoot at. What should I do?
Now that the sisters leveled up, they have EXEs, which I'm going to start using. Now we don't have to use Neptuna's one because Neptuna's one doesn't really do much damage. It's important at the start of this fight we move Uni backwards, because if you don't move Uni backwards and you just use a skill, Esha will go after Uni rather than go after Neptuna, which is the ideal scenario.
Let's finish this.
So number 3, Keisha, we're gonna do basically something similar. First try poison, which is decent. First decent poison proc this one. But then she immediately targets swap, which is unfortunate.
Don't look down on me 'cause I'm small. That one's the next target.
Oh, she target swapped again because she went for the... No, never mind. She just killed her. That's why she target swapped, because she killed her and then attacked someone else.
I choose you. Let's finish this.
Okay, this one's pretty good. This is how they should go when you get like early poison procs.
I would be happy if someone were to heal me, just in case. Let's try going here.
Hoy, I'm not gonna be able to last today. Holy shit.
Do you know who I am? It is my. Let's try going here.
Okay, last one.
From anywhere.
See, Shane. The start is basically the same as the rest of it. As the rest doesn't really change much.
Heart dimension nip. I'm tired. You're worried about me?
But she moves super far.
Let's try going here.
How many encounters are you at already?
Fired now.
I'm at 54.
Can't we just hang out here?
Nah.
Attack me from anywhere. Now.
Press X to doubt.
What's that?
X to doubt.
No, I've been counting them. I'm using the exploit counter to keep track of them.
Could be faking it. This man's faking it.
Nah, I just been unlucky with encounters.
I'm like literally dead at the moment. Holy crap. This game has killed me. I do not know if I want to even do net bunker after this.
But you don't have to, so
I can
it's
just
okay. We can get C-Fresh to join you maybe.
I can just quit. Alright guys, I'm dropping out of the marathon.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. You guys are gonna have to
Come in
figure
C-Fresh.
you're gonna have
We'll
to
take
figure
over your
you have
runs.
to figure out where like 10 hours of the runs are gonna go, but yeah. I know these dungeons so well that I'm not even looking at the game at the moment. I'm just kind of walking.
Yeah. So in fact, like when I'm doing the labyrinths, I'm not paying attention to the game. But like when I pay attention to the games, when I actually get lost. Because I start like second guessing myself and like, see, was it actually this way? So like I just don't think anymore. I just let muscle memory.
No thoughts, head empty.
Yeah, basically.
That was a long load fight. And I didn't win turn on WoW game, thanks.
after the other. I have to prepare
No, I picked up the
properly.
one item, moves this one for the money.
Let's do our best. I'm fine. Look after the others.
I didn't get enough sleep. I don't think I'm gonna even live for, like, stuff later.
I'm more than
What? I'm fighting Bisha without buying items. Well, hope to god I don't die, right?
I see them. I can see the enemy.
Just get Uni to actually poison bullets.
Let's try our
I got their level 2s, so I don't think I got their level 1s yet.
Don't worry. What should I do? I'll do my best.
Boom.
Despair is your
Find that here.
We're gonna do a big shop
Find
here
that
to
here.
actually get ready
That one's the next
for
target.
the pain and suffering. That is the corrupted CPU's fine. I'm gonna grab Atomic Game for physical
Yeah.
defense.
I won't lose to the
Gonna
likes of
grab
you.
kind of Pervy for wind defense because Bear does a lot of damage if she exists in one. And then I'm gonna
More than
grab
enough for you.
Famous Creator. I think I'm fine there.
I'll do my best.
I'm gonna use the green light disc. Boy, what should I name this disc?
Go. Let's try our best.
Oh, let me scroll out.
I will never be a memory.
Don't look down on me 'cause I'm small. Boring. I can't aim.
It should
Can
be.
be forgiven.
What should I do?
You named yours Fresh, right?
I made mine V Fresh, yes. The first disc I
Okay.
did, right?
I guess then the next one in both is Fresh up to 2 AM.
I'll try my best.
Have fun typing that in.
Here.
It has Fresh Run OQ. That's like a recommendation from the PS4 keyboard.
Let's go.
Wow, I'm having the greatest encounter like ever right now. I like that.
Going here.
We woke up this morning and V2 woke up this morning and chose violence.
I'll show you
Yep.
the power of last station CPU.
Ah.
Formation change.
That one's the next target.
And now we are good to go to
Fine,
fight
man.
Arfum.
Who should I target? I'll do my best. What should I do?
I wish you luck.
Finish. Don't look down on me 'cause I'm small.
I forgot to grab this new.
It's my turn.
So the reason why I bought, I got all the stuff ready because Big Nib is gonna join the party, and she should automatically grab the stuff that he has made for her.
Here.
And I'm gonna have to do that many eventually at some point. And that formation change, which is the first and last formation change that you're gonna see after Zero Dimension, allows the party members to try and escape turn 1 because the battlefield of the hard dimension is a lot wider than the one from Zero Dimension and Hyper Dimension. So that formation change also
Dude,
helps with that.
Shisha's just saying no to uni right now. She's being an actual bitch.
My turn.
She won't let me
I
get...
agree with that.
What should I do? That one's the
See if I
next
should run OQ. Should run OQ advance.
two. It's my turn.
Dude, stop killing uni, you piece of shit.
Be serious. Don't worry.
What did uni do to you?
Let's go.
I'm gonna save. Now for 5 is kinda mean, because her killing you is incredibly rare. But it's still a thing that can pretty much happen. So yeah.
Going here.
I'm at almost 50 encounters before Zero Dimension.
Let's go. I have to prepare properly.
No poison. Come on.
Here.
Gonna be one of those, huh?
Hey, Gearsy!
Uzume?
It's been a while. Man, I never thought we'd get to see each other again so fast.
Freeze, bitch.
Okay, that's one AoE.
I'll rest for a bit.
You'll be cool if you need poison, so I don't have to spend 5 years doing this 5.
Here.
Tashi didn't do it, so we had to do all the damage also.
Going here.
Okay,
True,
so...
Morin, you
not
can't
the
place
game.
last if everyone else quit.
Going here. Let's go, Rob.
Now I'm going to buy an eject baron just in case I need to leave. And I'm going to buy a couple of life fragments because I might need them.
Alright, there you guys go. I played Freeze Bitch. For the whole world to see.
Hilo, oh, she's on the wrong spot.
Eh?
You should be in spot 2. Hilo giving spots for free.
Ah, it's what I do out of habit.
Duck.
That's fair.
What's this? I found an item.
Oh, glitchical bingo? Oh, that's heavy. I don't know if there's any price for the bingo.
Don't worry. I'll
Can I just poison you, please?
my turn. Don't look down.
Oh my god, I'm getting so many encounters.
Let's finish this. My turn. I'll be serious. Don't worry. I'll snipe you. It's my turn. That one's the next target. Down on me too. What should I do? Don't worry. I'll snipe.
Okay, I just got like 3 or 4 encounters in a row.
Going here. I'll rest for a bit. I'll rest for a bit.
Oh, my money situation's kind of fucked.
I had to prepare.
Okay, what's my disc name for Greenlight Disc?
I don't know what you have to name yours. Maren, can you pause the disk command again? Because I think I lost it in my chat for Vila.
I think I can pull it up really fast. So I'd be Z Fresh, really? Z Fresh?
Just see, friend. I'm blaming Endeavor for that one.
For fuck's sake! I'm V Fresh and Z Fresh.
Oh, yeah. Below Thong, see fresh sub 2 trend.
Fucking
Yep, I already have below.
no, his first. He already had the first disc. This one would be this one would be Z Fresh.
I don't have much to mention from my side of things right now because I'm going through another really
And,
long labyrinth. At the end of this labyrinth, we have the CPU fight, which is the hardest fight in the game.
There wasn't a name for this one, so I'm just gonna do that, I guess.
Going here.
Yeah, I did the same. I
Range
just
support
got
too.
like
I'll shoot them down.
the next one with the most votes after the 2 we chose. But yeah, grab the CPU is really hard because the entire fight can turn around really quickly. As in, you can be chilling, and then in one turn, they can kill like all of your party members if things don't go too well.
Aaron, do you think VGM or I have derusted at all? Bro, I can't get a run out of chapter 2, so like, I think you're fine. Like, I got so ugh with the game that I literally just got the UI bug just to crash. You want to fill in, Rev? I think VGM isn't going to be, like, okay for the rest of the marathon, personally. Oh,
CPUs. They're all going to attack Neptunia. Oh,
please don't
yeah,
touch me.
that's not a good start.
Give me a sec.
No mistake. It's stronger
Let's
than
see if I
when we were
can
in the
save it.
There must be
I should be
something
able to.
nearby.
So we use Bigness Voice to tank, and we also use her to build SP. That way we can have Union Ram
Uzum is a CPU too.
a spammy
My
Xyz.
opponent.
I'm gonna defend here because 3 of them are getting a turn in a row. The Venom shot, try to poison. I wanna kill Blackheart first, ideally. Because she's the one that tends to turn around to the other party members first. So I want her dead as soon as possible.
I'll be keeping a close eye on
No point. Dude, okay, it's seated. 100% seated. There's just no way.
I shall go.
I rolled the worst seed you possibly could in this game.
That's unlucky. You had a really bad opener. The opener turn is basically the most important part of this fight
I shall
because it will dictate if you can like play really aggressive for the next couple of turns,
I had to prepare.
or if you're gonna have to like pray to Aaron Jesus that they don't insta-kill Big Net. Okay, she died turn 1, but that's fine. because you can just rest and give a Nebul C. Full combo
Here?
for EXE. Now we can hit these two.
Let's go!
And we can hit these two again. Okay. This is the dynamic basically. Just keep her alive. Build EXE.
Oh my god. For fuck's sake.
Use EXEs. Repeat until they all die. Now the moment you kill at least one of them, the fight will become a lot easier. Because obviously it's a lot less damage that's coming her way.
Leave mid-range support to me.
But
I'll shoot them down.
getting there is the hard part. I'm gonna use Unit to rest. Ram to EXE these 3. Okay. Oh, I killed 1, which is good. Gonna kill Greenheart. We're basically home free now.
The name's IF. I'm like a gust of wind blowing through game industry.
Let's see.
Remember that.
Can just kill Whiteheart down. And Purple Heart is the least dangerous one, by far. So we can just like finish her with regular skills. And that's corrupt the CPUs. I guess my mistake was having the formation slightly wrong, where Big Neb was one slot too far to the left. Because when that happens, they can also hit Uni as you saw, but they can also go for just Big Neb, and they will be really grouped up together, so it's like a 50-50 gamble that you have to take. And that I didn't win. So I just did the all safe strand basically. And now we have Dark Green. Dark Green's not an issue.
Hey, pick Heart Dimension.
We can just spam our strongest skills, except with Neptune, because Neptune does garbage damage
Hey,
with
pick
her
Heart Dimension.
EXEs and strong skills.
Pick
So
Heart
we
Dimension.
just use it to get build EXE so the others can actually do the damage.
Pick Heart Dimension. Should be an incentive where the first place runner had to go Heart Dimension.
And now we walk a lot. Ain't no way, a laggy. So close.
You fucking bit. He sees me. He still sees me. He's cheating! He fucked this game! I actually cannot with this game, dude.
Never cheat.
Guys, I don't want to play this game anymore. We've both been memed, and I just keep getting memed. I don't even know how many encounters I'm at anymore. I was pressing keys on the keyboard.
They have Dark Black. I put gear on slot 4, Ash on slot 1, and then I gave the strong disc to Rom. So basically Rom is gonna solo sustain the team by spamming healings, whatchamacallit?
I'll heal
you, something like that, yeah.
I'll heal you.
While Nebgia is just chilling on a different platform.
Skip Velos runs? Okay, fine. I won't do runs anymore, Raph. Just because of you.
When did I scratch myself? Does it hit me?
Just because you said so.
Gonna save here just in
Give it
case.
my all. It is
Kinda sad that I lost like 5 minutes
Oh.
because I forgot to do the investment thingy, but no well.
This is great.
Don't look down on me 'cause
Now Dark Black, this fight takes forever because our damage output is horrible.
This is a great start to this fight.
Go forth.
So we move gear here,
What should I do?
we put all of these people together,
Now,
and we have Rom healing every turn while the other two spam skills. Sadly for us, it's immune to poison. So we can't just cheese it doing that. I used the Rom skill. If we build an EXE gauge, ideally Rom will be the one to spend it because she does the most damage, but she also needs to heal the moment this group gets attacked, so that doesn't tend to happen that much.
My turn.
I've lost. I am dead.
The disc is really important because if Rom doesn't have the disc, she will take more damage than HP she'll heal herself. So if you don't give her the disc, you'll have to throw her a healing grass every couple of turns,
I think I hurt myself, but I don't
which is lower than just in the menu. It would be cool if Uni can stop missing.
It'd be cool if I didn't start the fight and immediately die.
Huh. I scratched
True as
myself.
well.
Watch me, Rom.
Watch and learn what refined that
Okay, yeah, Nick, you're dying, that's fine.
My turn.
Oh, you asshole game.
Now, Mario Land.
I shall
This dungeon can crash only in PS5,
What shall I do?
so I'm gonna have to save the game.
my opponent is, I'll mow them down.
Now let's go.
This is another slugfest where we just like walk.
Let's
There's nothing much going on in this dungeon. You just have to walk to the end, beat the boss.
maybe I should heal.
I choose checkmate. Watch and learn what
Who should I
refined battle
target?
tactics look like.
What should I do?
Dodging enemies in this dungeon is really easy because the dungeon is like pretty wide. There's also a lot of enemies who don't move. Some of the pipe mobs you'll see on the minimap that they have like an X icon on them. That means that they do not move.
Don't worry.
Like this one. There's not an X like that red highlighted thingy in the map.
To go on the offensive.
They will not chase you. If you run into them, you still get the encounter, but they won't actively chase you.
My eyes are spinning.
And they straight up don't move as well. They're just
I'm
chilling
dead.
there.
What should I do? That one's the next target.
I can go anytime.
Eyes are
I
spinning.
guess since I don't have much to talk about here, I'll mention that if anyone wants to learn to speedrun this game, there's notes on the Neptunia speedrun Discord. There's a lot of like videos. There's also like a video tutorial that was done a while ago. It's slightly updated, but most of the strats still apply. It's a fun game to run. It has no downtime because you can instantly skip every single cutscene, and it's not too long either.
What should I do?
So if anyone tries to learn new and have like any questions or anything, just ask on the B2 channel of the Nep speedrun in Discord,
Target.
and whoever's around will try to help you. Because it's not really a hard game to run. It just requires like a lot of knowing how to save the run when weird stuff starts happening. And that's something you
I'm
get with
being
experience.
actually fucking memed on right now.
It is my turn.
Holy shit.
My turn. Now it's my turn to go on the offensive. My turn.
Oh my gosh, me.
Let's end this. Watch and learn what
This
For
one's
the
kinda
record,
me.
my stream is not lagging. This is how bad this light runs on PS4.
Who should I choose? My turn.
Go back all the way to Hard Dimension.
Turn to go on the offensive.
Instead of having to scroll through all the
What?
with the D-pad, you can tap up.
I
and
selected
just select the
art!
photo.
I forfeit.
Probably.
I'm forfeiting.
Oh, Pilo's run died. The reason why this run died is because he chose the wrong route.
I selected heart. It's hyper on the
Yeah.
bottom and heart on the... I select... This is called word suggestion when I told Aaron to pick heart.
If I didn't fuck up the requirements, we'll get
I'm just gonna...
trending TM.
Marin, switch to Aaron audio because fuck.
That's fine.
I'm tired of being memed. I'm done.
So now we're on Depths of the Heart, which is basically a copy-paste of Nameless Ruins.
Well, it's a copy paste with some, you know, extra added steps.
Like a kangaroo. Jump. Like a kangaroo.
think I got everything for it to end. If not, I just load as I fell from DO2. I shouldn't need to save for this because Dark Orange one's pretty free for the most part. Let's save anyway. Can never be too careful when doing a no reset.
You're my opponent?
Same strand, everyone splits around. They spam their strongest skill, except Neptune who just used cross combination to build the XC.
Who wants to get defeated?
Let's end this. Who should I choose?
I can go anytime.
Who's my opponent? It's my turn to go on the
Someone
offensive.
missed. I saw that.
Let's end this. Learn what refined battle tactics look like. It is my turn. My
She's not
turn.
fun.
Who should I
You could get the
choose?
bonus from attacking from the side, I'm not sure.
I guess I'm just gonna get Neplunker set up.
Yeah, I should probably.
Who my opponent
Well,
is.
she knew. She's dead.
Yeah, there's no way I'm
Okay.
taking 15 minutes extra just to go through our dimension.
I got through ending because we're getting this fight here. If the way to know if you got through ending or not is if you get this fight here with Usume. If you missed the trend requirement, the game will just end, giving you the good ending. And since we got that fight, all the requirements are properly met. Even though I almost forgot one. But in exchange of 5 minutes, we saved it basically. And you have about 5 minutes until I'm done with this run
Let's try
to set up the thingy.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Oh yeah, the Usume salute.
I choose you. Alright, I'll do my
This dungeon crashes, so I'm going to save the game. I know that it sounds like we are exaggerating things, but we're not kidding when we say that all those dungeons can actually crash. Because it has happened to runners at some point.
kangaroo.
The thing is that since there's a lot of dungeons that are like really similar, as in the same dungeon but mirrored, or just like reusing the entire dungeon, changing some areas.
Like a kangaroo.
For example, since this dungeon crashes, you know that the previous Afimax base dungeon can also crash.
Surprise attack.
Same thing with Planet Park. You know that Planet Park crashes, so Smashbox Stadium, which is a copy-pasted version of that dungeon,
Getting fired.
can also crash. So they kind of go like in pairs, I suppose. P2P crashes, so Mario, those are some really bad spawns. Player 2 part crashes, so Mario Land that shares basically the same design also crashes, and so on. Same with Coral Station and Day Station, and a bunch of other. And yeah, it's a chance that's there. If you're running for a PB, you just have to like hope for the best. But for a marathon, I'm just saving for every single possible crash. It's not worth the risk. I just hope that I don't crash like right before getting to the end of the dungeon. Something wrong? Okay, didn't crash. Love to see it.
Just how strong you really are.
I've been waiting.
I'm a force of fury.
Leave it to me. Fine.
So now, Arc Wyvern. Arc Wyvern is pretty easy. He's just pretty tanky.
I'll be serious.
So Usume and Nep are gonna start building EXE, and then Big Nep and Nepgear are the ones who are going to use the EXE gauges to do damage.
Finally. What should I
Because in this game, as mentioned earlier, Neptune's damage output is depressing.
Alright. Into the
It's really bad.
shoes. I've been waiting.
So she gets demoted to EXE builder.
My turn.
So that's okay, we go to last dungeon of the game now, which is the Illusion Planetarium.
Neptune makes her appearance. My turn.
Bro, Flip Flop and Model Swap are not gonna be met.
Let's try going here.
You guys have about 2 minutes to get that incentive done. Unless I
They
die.
have more than 2.
Now, who
Enough bunker counts.
Oh yeah, the Blanca's waffle goal.
There's enough bunker, and then there's an entire fucking hour-long run.
Oh,
Almost.
we chilling. I don't know why I thought it was right behind B2 shenanigans. That's no real issue. I'm at 18 counters. I haven't seen these winning counters in a while.
can't we just hang out here?
81.
Something up here?
The average is 70, about 70. So this is below average. As in bad luck. What do that?
Like a bunny.
DualShock battery low. Oh well, guys. Fuck. Let me. Well, controller dies mid-net plunker. Well, guys. Sorry. Come back later. Totally not.
Go.
Hmm?
Go.
No.
I was gonna say the easy way to like orientate yourself in this dungeon is then you go right twice on the first area and you go left twice on the second area. Do not turn right, do not turn right. Has my bug gone through this happened? Wait, no, I had the disc. Yeah. Okay, so final 2 bosses of the game. We swap out Nebgia for Noir, and we swap out Big Nep for Big Nep for Bird because they do more damage. Save just in case. Yep, Yusumi Salud for Kuromi. I'm gonna save just in case. Because this fight is another one of those who is free until it's not free anymore. And everyone dies. So at this point the strategy is like always the same. But in this case we also have Usume here, so she's also gonna be building EXE. So we can have both Bird and Noir just spam EXE. I'm gonna use one engage. Oh, that's not good. I was hoping that she was not going to die to that, so that I could just heal her next turn. She AoE'd, so we just heal. We have an Infinite Slam. I guess I'll sniff Usume to this side, so she can rest Bird, and then they can use a Healing Light. Then they are not full HP. I got both cutscenes, which ideally you see a whole 0 of them. Got the slash, okay. Equipment.
Shoutouts to Rex for stepping in to run the Rebirth 2 race. He's gonna have a lot of fun.
And that's GG's. B2 there.
GG.
Slightly overestimated because I was 5 minutes to me being done. But
What?
we got through. And that's time. Two or three, like 20 something. And that's B2 true N. We've just seen it's a run with a lot of randomness involved. It takes a lot of paying attention to not forgetting the small stuff for true N and adapting to whatever the game throws at you. As much as we like to hate this game, it's a more or less fun speedrun until you grind for like really low times. Which of course, if you're just running this game just for fun, it's actually a fun speed game. If you want to learn, as mentioned, there's resources, guides, there's a video tutorial, and there's the channel on the Discord server, you can ask any questions. and we'll try to answer. But yeah. Thanks Bilo for the race. Shouts to Endeavor for commentating, and I guess I'll give it to Bilo so he can do Neptunia.
Bum bum ba bum bum bum.
Do you have a layer for not Conquest, for Neptunia?
I don't know.
A few months have passed since Uzume revived. Heart in Zero Dimension also revived.
Yeah, the PC port is really bad. It's a sad trend among some of the Idea Factory and Compa Hard games that they have PC ports are like worse than the console versions, like Fairy Fencer F, both versions, OQ, this game. What else? What else was there on PC that ran pretty bad? There was some other ports as well that were not that good.
Now then, as I am sure
Oh yeah, of course, it's playable at the end of the day, but compared to like the console versions, it just doesn't feel that great. Nope. I guess that's that. An hour 54 IGT.
Pretty badass, I know.
I saved 34 times. And jumped 408 times.
You can switch to Neptunia directly, to be honest. That's already ready. I just gotta kick Aaron out.
Okay, I'll rotate to the watch on BC.
I'm kidding.